But Johnny, let's end the podcast coming back into the DC realm of things. And this one, we've got a little bit of rumors here on the Rick and Johnny podcast.
Yes.
And it has to involve one of the projects that are kind of side projects.
I thought it was one of those other rumors going around on the podcast.
No, not that. You still get to keep a job. You still get your job for this week. We'll see how Johnny does for next. You're week by week basis, man.
Oh, okay.
Week by week. That's what probation is, right?
Oh.
That's what it is.
I thought it was only 90 days.
No, it's not 90 days. It's more than that. But I'm kidding. Johnny's not going anywhere. We're talking about Gotham City Sirens. And the rumors about it are that we might have found our Catwoman.
Yeah.
And this is from Reddit, where basically director David Ayers on his social media had seen Baby Driver, had followed Baby Driver's Eiza González, and now people are saying that she could be Catwoman. That, he's following her because he's looking at her to be Catwoman in Gotham City Sirens. Mainly the only thing that Eiza González has been in, Baby Driver has been, to me, her breakout, where that was the only thing on her IMDb page where it's like, okay, yeah, I've heard of that.
Yeah.
I'm going to ask you, Johnny, what do you think of this? Not from an aspect of, man, I know a lot about Eiza González, but of the fact of, when it comes to Catwoman, is it going to be, like, should she be Catwoman? Should we go with an actress who is maybe a little lesser known, maybe just breaking into the spotlight? Or should they be looking at a home run hitter like they have in Margot Robbie for Harley Quinn?
Well, I mean, if we get Margot Robbie for Harley Quinn in this.
Well, we do. Yeah.
I mean, in
Gotham City Sirens. She will be, because
she would be.
Harley Quinn. It's going to be Harley Quinn, Poison Ivy, and Catwoman.
Then
this is all about the
I'm
hero.
just saying,
this is all about the villain.
I know, and I'm just saying, if we actually are getting Margot Robbie for that Harley Quinn role,
we are.
Okay, we are. Yeah. It's set. Okay, then you know what? They can take the chance on getting Eiza González, because I haven't seen Baby Driver, so I don't know how she is as an actress. But you can take someone with not as big a name, because again, really the only thing that you and I know her from would be Baby Driver. I think they could take a chance on someone with a newer name, since they have Margot Robbie. And if they want the security for it, get someone with a little bit bigger name for Poison Ivy. Because I haven't heard any speculation on naming for that yet.
Yeah, I have not either. This is the first thing that I've heard from the Gotham City Sirens front. And part of me, I'm a little torn.
Okay.
And the reason why I'm torn is because there's a small part of me that's like, go out there, get the big name. Get the name that is going to get butts in the seats. However, like, the other side of me goes, is that going to lead to a quality movie? Do we want to just get butts in the seats, or do we want hey, we know that, because I fall into the group of people where it's like, we know that this group of people are DC fans, are comic fans. They're going to come see the movie no matter what.
Exactly.
So we don't have to worry about them getting here. Are we going to cater to the others to where it's like, we got to get them to come to the movie? Or are we going to say, fuck it, we're just going to go off of these group of people. We're going to put the best product out there. And if they believe that Eiza González could be Catwoman, then part of me saying is go ahead. Because one thing, and I am, for my YouTube fans, you guys will see it up on the screen now. For my Blog Talk Radio fans, it'll be down below in the description. This is a little bit of a fan art from just a random fan on Instagram. The name is Boss Logic on Instagram, of what she could look like as Catwoman. What do you think if this is the Catwoman we get to see from Eiza González?
Not opposed. I mean, it's got kind of the Tim Burton flair to it with the stitching still, but not like nearly as much. Honestly, I'm more prone at this point to, as you can see on top, the glasses look, as opposed to how the mask was for a while.
You're talking about the Michelle Pfeiffer mask?
Yeah, I wasn't a huge fan of the mask, and I'm still not. I like how the glasses are going. I think they start. I don't know if it started first in the video game or it started first for the Dark Knight series.
For Anne Hathaway's version.
Hathaway's one. Either way, I like the goggles more. maybe instead of whatever's sticking out of her hair, we can actually go with that. If you go to the Screen Rant article, if you want to post that down below.
The thing that's sticking out of her hair are cat ears, Johnny.
Yeah,
She's Catwoman.
Yes, I know, but I'm a little bit more liking the one on the top of the Screen Rant article. If you want to post that down below, though, I'm a little bit more liking of that because it just throws out a little bit more stealth. But I mean, you can play back and forth with both of those too.
You're talking about the one that's kind of like it's a. I don't want to say a hood, but like kind of like
the aviator hat.
Leather mask that covers down to like here, and then the glasses go over.
It's almost like one of those aviator hats. Yeah, that, like it's just black leather, but it's got the little cat ears on it. That's like it looks like it's been made that way. Yeah. And then she still has the goggles. That's puts a little bit more of the she's a thief. Yeah. She's in it for stealth. She's not in it for looks. And you can play on both sides of that.
And here's the thing. You
can still have her not wear that all the time.
And here's the thing that's going to go into the look, is now we're kind of branching over of what she could look like as Catwoman. Here's the big question. What kind of a Catwoman are you going to use? Are you going to use a Catwoman where it's like, hey, you know what? People don't know that I'm Catwoman. People do not know Selena Kyle, Catwoman. So I need that mask portion to hide who I am. So people can go, oh, I don't know who that is. Or is it, you know what? Glasses, cat ears. Who the fuck cares? I'm Selena Kyle. I'm the greatest thief in the world. I'm Catwoman. I don't care if you know who I am, because I will take it before you catch me.
I mean, I don't care which way they go with it. I would say.
Well, that's the only thing that I think plays into the style of costume.
The reason I'm saying I still like the goggles no matter what. I still like that no matter what.
The stealth aspect of it.
Because even if like everyone knows I'm Catwoman, I'm still. These could be like she clicks something night vision. She's got that to keep her hair down so it's not like it's waving everywhere, because it's more of a tactical thing as opposed to an aesthetic. And then she still looks like a cat. And
she does.
For the cat burglar. I mean,
the thing that I'm looking at too now is because we've had several different iterations of Catwoman. I mean, I don't want to bring it up, but we did have the Halle Berry Catwoman. I mean, there was that one, but that one was...
I'm trying to find the list of...
That one was not like a... And the ones that I'm looking at are mainly in the TV and movie, but even though I'll bring in the animated series one, where you have the Halle Berry one, where, let's be honest, the main reason for that was we got to make Halle Berry look sexy as hell.
Yeah.
We got to make her look sexy as hell. We're not really in it for the tactical advantage. Then you have the Dark Knight one. And that was one where it's like, hey, I'm just going to wear a black grayish leather suit. I'm going to have the black kind of ninja like band across my face. And I have some kind of cat ears on. But I'm in it for a more tactical kind of suit. Then we have the Michelle Pfeiffer one, the one from... Tim Burton's Batman, where it's like you said, the stitching. It has stitched. It's got the eye hole, the big eye holes with the leather mask
which
on
is
top.
Which is kind of more like the animated series one, not exactly, but like the eye holes were more leaning towards the animated series style.
And that's what I was going to bring up with the animated series, where it was that one thing where it looked like the hood was connected to the actual costume, and it was just boom. There's my whole like bottom of the mouth hole, and then my eye holes.
Yeah, exactly. My eye holes. I'm sorry, you said that, and that's the first thing I thought of was
what. But what do you think would like the look of which costume? Because I think maybe go towards more of an, like you were saying, more of an Anne Hathaway,
where
costume.
It's actually got a reason for that stuff being. Because I love it how they did with Anne Hathaway. She's got the mask going on, even though everyone does know Selena Kyle is. Not everyone, but it's known in the at least in the system that Selena Kyle is
Catwoman.
But it's great because she flips the thing up and they look like cat ears, but then she can flip it down for a tactical reason of I think it was actually for night vision because she's Catwoman. She's a cat burglar. She's doing these things in the dark.
And that was one too. Whereas if you're on the fence about, well, you know what? Do we want the hair hidden? This is totally
that one. I'm not strong
because you have some that are hair hidden, but like Anne Hathaway's, you have the hair out there.
The hair's out, but the hair's back.
Yeah, it's back, but it's not like, oh, I've got to put it all up into that leather.
Well, I'm not saying
tactical.
Yeah, I'm just saying,
thing.
like, at least make it like not like that picture exactly, where it's like it's everywhere. It's a mess, and I get maybe if you do a few scenes like that, but to have it like that when she's trying to do some stealthy stuff is just not practical, and that's what I go with.
I want to ask
some
you
practicality with things.
I want to ask you this question, getting away from her look now, back to kind of just Eiza González as a whole, because there's probably a few people that are like, guys, why are you talking about the look? She's going to look great, even if she is Catwoman.
She's going to look great no matter what.
Here's the question I want to ask, and this is kind of a greater Catwoman question, not just for Eiza González. Do you think that DC has to look at actresses that are maybe like Gonzalez where, hey, she was in Baby Driver, she's up and coming, because they don't want another A-list or B-list celebrity because they want Margot Robbie at the top. They want Harley Quinn at the top, and then they want Catwoman and Poison Ivy a step below.
Well, hell, I mean...
They want a Beyonce Destiny's Child thing where you know who the front woman is, and the other two are just kind of supporting cast.
I mean, this could be this could be like two other actresses more breakout roles, but not just that. I mean, you got Margot Robbie, which people will come in just for that. And then you got Eiza González. If you get Eiza González for it, you have some people that, oh, I liked her in Baby Driver, or I liked her in this other stuff. I'm going to go see her as Catwoman. Yeah. You can pull another A-lister or even a B-lister for Poison Ivy. Again, we still have another role to pull that out with. So
what would you do?
What would I do
if you were casting?
If I was casting, I would probably say I haven't seen Baby Driver. So I don't quite know her acting ability. So I'm going to just say I'm going to trust their decision or their thought and go.
Let's say Gonzalez gets the role for Catwoman.
Yeah.
So you have someone up and coming. You have Margot Robbie, who is Margot Robbie. For Poison Ivy, do you go with a megastar or do you go with someone like Eiza González where they're up and coming? That's where I was getting at.
I'd go kind of in the in-between. Someone that's not the A-lister, the top. Maybe like an A- to a B-lister, like high B-lister.
You know their name, but
they're not in a shit ton of stuff. They're not in these high-ranking films necessarily, or maybe like one or two high-ranking films. I would go with someone like that. That way, the name's there. It's also kind of about the money. You got the name.
You're not paying a lot. You're
not paying like half of what you'd make in the box office.
Not a Geostorm situation. You're gonna cover the reshoot cost.
Exactly.
That's for sure.
Yeah, no. So that's what I would do is get someone that's a little bit lower on that ranking scale, but their name is known. Their name is out there, and that way you have two names that are known. You got Eiza González, which is known somewhat. And then, I mean, however else you want to do it after that.
Yeah, I am not opposed to the going with lesser. I kind of hate saying that because it's like, oh yeah, just because breakout actresses is what I'll say. I'm not against that because,
neither am I.
Like I said, all that matters is how are they going to be in the film. As long as they take the role seriously, and like Eiza González comes in, if she plays Catwoman like I know Catwoman to be and what I'm used to in the comics and the TV series, then I will not have a problem with this whatsoever. Is there any final thoughts that you have? Anything you think we didn't hit when it came to either Gotham City Sirens or Gonzalez as Catwoman?
No, I just hope they play smart about how they're going to go about it.
Yeah, I do too. Only because, I mean, this is a movie where I'm a little iffy about anyways, just because, I mean, I don't know where they're going to go with it.
The storyline
exactly.
And everything.
Yeah, I don't know. And are we going to get Batman in it? Are we going to, like, some have said Jared Leto will be in it, being the Joker. Kind of, you have to if you're going to have Harley in there. But this is the one where I'm kind of like, I don't know what we're expecting. But this is where you guys come in. Let us know down below in the comment section what do you guys think of Eiza González being Catwoman. What would you do? If you have Margot Robbie as Harley Quinn, what would you do for the other two slots? Go with someone who's a well-known name, or go with someone who is just breaking out, maybe just like Gonzalez had Baby Driver and now is trying to hit another hot streak for where they're going in their career. Also, thank you for guys checking out the Rick and Johnny podcast. I almost said the Onside Kick Johnny. That was not right.
Rude.
I almost said the Onside Kick.
Rude.
The Rick and Johnny podcast. If you're on YouTube, thank you guys for watching. If you're on Blog Talk Radio, thank you guys for listening. Remember, patreon.com/most valuable podcast to help support the channel. $10 tier. You get to be on any podcast you want once a month as long as you're on that tier. Jake Neverman, he was on the podcast this week. Go check out his Clipper and Laker discussion with the Fast Break podcast from this week. I want to thank you guys for either watching and or listening. And as always, have a good day, everybody.